Hi everybody, this is the Search Buzz video recap. My name is Barry Schwartz. This is news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com over the past week. Today is May 11th, Friday. And again, I apologize to everybody. I have a newborn. I've been constantly sick. I'm constantly traveling, so I'm not always so energetic with these videos, so I apologize in advance. And I hope you find them useful outside of just the way I talk and the way my personality is on this video. Again, I'm going to recap the most important topics of the past week, and hopefully you'll find it interesting. I do appreciate everybody watching. I know there's about 1,000 to 2,000 views on a video over a week's period of time, so I appreciate that. So obviously you guys do like the videos, or you have no alternatives. So, yeah. In any event, Google announced late Friday afternoon last week 50-plus search updates. It was pretty good. They have a lot of cool stuff in that 50-plus search updates post. But what I did was I looked at it in a different way. I said, all right, Google just did an announcement of what individual updates they've done in the past month or so. We had a Penguin update. What are the most likely minor updates that they've talked about in that 50-plus updates that are related to Penguin? And some of those things that I think include anchor bug fixes, where they're looking at the linkage and anchor bugs, anchor text stuff. Keyword stuffing classifier improvements. I think that's related to the Penguin. Maybe more authoritative results. Maybe, I'm not sure, improvements in freshness signal. Maybe no freshness boost for low quality content. And maybe improvements to how search terms are scored in ranking. And Google goes through all those elements. Outside of those, Google made some. I categorize all the different things in different buckets. One is ranking changes, link analysis changes, index changes, search listing changes, local result changes, and image result changes. And I go through this all in detail. I posted this on May 7th, so if you want to take a look at this in more detail, definitely take a look at that. Bing has yesterday afternoon announced that a major change to their search results, which is coming up in the future soon. And they are pretty much tying very, very closely into Facebook and other social networks as well, not just Facebook, but mostly Facebook, where they have Twitter and Google Plus even results into the sidebar, where they have the organic results on the left, and they have the sidebar on the right, which is all social related. Personally, I think it's a bit too much. I think it's going to confuse users. I don't think people are going to know when to search, when to use social, when to share, and tie those things together, and how to do that. But I think it's a great step. I think it's smart of Bing to do this because Bing has something that Google does not have, or at least they're not trying to have, or not making a deal with Facebook. They don't have Facebook. And for them to exploit that, I think it's a really smart move. And yes, social and search are very, very tight together, and making it useful is the big challenge. I think Bing's trying to do that as well as Google's trying to do that with Google+. Who's doing it better? Danny Sullivan has an article on that. I think they're about tied, according to Danny. But it's very, very interesting to see how Bing, Microsoft, versus Google, how they handle this going forward. And we have a post about this morning on May 11th. So yesterday, Danny Sullivan did an interview with Matt Cutts, posted it yesterday morning. About 2 weeks in, Google talks about Penguin update, and they talk about how ways to recover. And I don't go through the whole interview in my post, but basically it's a great post. You should definitely look at it at Search Engine Land. But Matt Cutts said one thing that was pretty scary. He says, if you cleaned up your site and you still don't recover, ultimately you might need to start all over again with a fresh site. So you can't recover, you got to start brand new. That's very, very scary for a lot of webmasters and SEOs. Thing is, obviously don't do anything yet. Google has not done a Penguin refresh, so you don't know if you will recover yet. Hopefully Google will do a Penguin refresh in the next 2-3 weeks. I hope. That's just guessing. I don't know exactly when. But when they do that, then you'll be able to see if any of the changes you made already will have an impact on that update. I'm not sure if it will or not, but make sure to implement those changes as soon as possible. What you should focus on probably are keyword stuffing related content. Content looks like it's spun, but most importantly, probably on the link side. If you have some bad links to your site, links that look unnatural, that's what a lot of people are saying. So we'll see about that. And anyway, the key takeaways from there that I felt is Google's not going to roll back this update. They like it. Google said this update had less of an impact than the Panda update and the Florida update. And I wouldn't take any drastic measures right now. I would definitely clean up your site as much as possible. Do not start a fresh site until you've exhausted all your other options. That's up to you exactly when, but that's what I would talk about. Again, take a look at this article. There's 100 plus comments in the article at Search Engine Land. Might be useful to you. The big controversy for the week. SEO Moz is asking if they should, I'm sure they've already done it, but they're basically asking, should they go ahead and produce and publish a tool to help SEOs and webmasters identify what is spam? So that's their big question. And I asked, is this basically an automated outing system, or is it helping the industry? Obviously, for SEOs to know what spam is and where not to get links from and what not to do in terms of the spam side of things, it would be very useful. At the same time, making it a public tool is kind of giving people a way to automate spamming, automate outing of spam, which is a very controversial topic in the SEO industry. So Rand Fishkin went ahead and did a Google Plus post asking what people thought. Obviously, most people who follow him are for it, but yet there's a lot of people who are against this concept. Rand does have a history of getting in trouble for outing things in the industry and hurting his reputation. At the same time, I'm not sure if this is going to be much of an issue for him. So the question is, should he do it or not? There are a lot of tools out there that actually do this already, but they're private-based tools. They're not public-facing tools. Another controversial topic is this whole negative SEO concept, and a lot of people are angry about it, etc., etc. But basically, Google has said time and time again they've done things that prevent one SEO from hurting another SEO, from one webmaster hurting another webmaster's site. At the same time, it is possible. Google has admitted it's possible for one person to hurt another person in the Google search results. And that concept has been called negative SEO. And because of this, and because of what's been happening recently with the boost in the number of notifications sent out to webmasters over unnatural links, because of the paid link networks dropping out recently, because of WordPress sites, WordPress themes being targeted, and because of all these types of things like spam detection tools and posts about how to remove bad links. Because of this, webmasters are getting freaked out. Their rankings have dropped, and some are not able to actually get rid of these links. They're emailing, they're calling, nobody's responding to them, and they want to get rid of these unnatural links. So what some are doing, and this is 100% true, what some are doing are actually going ahead and filing lawsuits or using legal threats against these webmasters for not removing links. So if there's a link on this Article Spun website, and this Article Spun website will not respond to your request to remove those links, what people are doing is having a lawyer draft up a legal document saying, we will sue you if you do not remove these links to our website from your website. Has there ever been a case where you could be sued over linking to a website? And this is obviously a major concern for webmasters and the openness of the web. Back in 2008, we covered this before, where somebody wanted to get actually rid of a link to their site because it was, it was pretty ugly looking site, a pretty ugly looking concept. But this is something we posted about yesterday on May 10th, and you might want to take a look at that again. Another thing that got a lot of attention on the blog this week was I wrote a post called The Sad State of SEO Consultants Today. And where I basically summarized the Webmaster World thread where one person, it's not a scientific study, one person went ahead and said, I want to hire, an SEO actually went ahead and said, I want to hire third-party SEOs to tell me what's wrong with my website. I got hit by Penguin. I need third-party advice. I'm going to go ahead and seek outside help from other SEO companies out there to see what they have to say. So he went ahead, I guess he posted something on some public open forum, I don't know, maybe Odesk or one of these places, and he was soliciting bids for people to help him. And what he did was, he asked for just quick advice on why you think you could help me. And he said he got 32 different responses from 32 different SEO companies, and only 7 of those responses gave him a proper advice on where to start. So that's pretty much a 20% score on a test, out of 100. Some of those responses is, I found no keyword meta tags. The keyword meta tag is still used by some search engines. Consider to add a keyword meta tag to your site. We are extremely experienced SEOs, and we can help you find the cause of why Google penalized, spelling all these things wrong. On the contemporary The contemporary, it looks like Panda Update was responsible for your fall. Anyway, it goes through all these things and it gives bad examples of this. And obviously, it's not to make the industry look bad. It's really to tell you that I believe, at least, a lot of people who run their own websites could actually go ahead and do a great job doing SEO themselves, I believe. That's my personal experience. I think that person running the website, in most cases, should do their own SEO. I think they should always look for outside help and get advice from outside consultants who are very well known. But at the same time, I think they should really implement and understand what they're doing and not just go blindly by hiring an SEO company. SEO is definitely not rocket science. You can definitely hire advisors and consultants to help you throughout the way, but you really need to know, especially if your business relies on Google and ranking, which it hopefully shouldn't, but if it does, and if it's a large source of your income, you should really be on top of that. Or hire somebody in your company who will be on top of that. Anyway, that got a lot of comments. Google's Webmaster Tools has a new dashboard and navigation. The new dashboard is working for most sites. There's a little bug in some people, but basically it's working, where it shows crawl errors, search queries, and sitemaps on the dashboard for you. It's a pretty nice dashboard, and plus they have drastically updated the sidebar navigation, grouped things differently. It's under the main categories of configuration, health, traffic, optimization, and labs now. Google Analytics is now showing you who links to you. It's not the best and most optimized view in terms of like a link analysis report, but under the traffic sources, social, pages, and then by clicking on the specific page and then clicking on the activity stream, it will show you who linked to this page. So now Google Analytics is showing you who links to you, which is nice. Google Maps now has a new bulk submit or bulk listing management tool. They announced it this week. We have posted about it on May 9th. Google, we just had some fun. What should we name the next Google update? So we had Panda, we had Penguin, both animal-like creatures who are black and white, friendly looking, I guess, mostly. Both Panda could be a bit scary, but they're black and white. So the next one, I'm guessing it's going to be called Panther. Could be totally wrong, but puppy, pony, polar bear, peacock, etc. could all be also related. Found this a bit interesting. This morning I posted about how Eric from the AdWords community manager, he's an AdWords community manager, he works for Google, was all happy and ecstatic about that the AdWords forum, which is about 3 months old now, has a page rank of 7. He said that's a great achievement, we're doing a great job, congratulations to everybody. At the same time, Googlers are telling SEOs and webmasters not to look at PageRank, not to be obsessed with PageRank, so I found that funny. Also, Yahoo, there's a great picture posted by Tim Moore at Google+, basically showing how a Mad Magazine, a comic from 1968, had the term Yahoo, almost in the exact same font and layout with exclamation point as the Yahoo logo. Did Yahoo copy that logo? It's a joke. And finally, there was the King Tut logo on Google. On May 9th, there was a cool logo for the birthday of Howard Carter, who would be 138 years old. He was the person who discovered the tomb of King Tut. He discovered it back, I think, in 1922 or 1923. And he found the King Tut's tomb, and it was probably the most famous one out there. And Google had a special logo worldwide on May 9th for Howard Carter's birthday. That pretty much recaps the Search Buzz video recap. Again, I apologize for my voice and my lack of excitement. Hopefully this was a little bit better. Everyone have a great weekend, and we'll see you guys next week. Today, again, is Friday, May 11th. Everyone have a great week, and that was the news we covered over at the Search Engine Roundtable at seroundtable.com. Thank you. Bye.